Hello to my channel Chinese Star. Today we will bring you the following hot and exciting news.
What is Yang Mie's current situation? The phrase "if you don't like it, don't watch it" has plunged her public image into an unprecedented public opinion storm. Once upon a time, Yang Miemie was deeply loved by fans for her high emotional intelligence and the image of a female star who dares to speak and act. However, this sentence has become a symbol of her emotional intelligence overturn. The incident originated from some fans' pertinent suggestions for her recent works, such as repeated role selection and declining acting skills. But Yang Mie's response was like a loud slap in the face of her long-term supporters. If you don't like it, don't watch it sounds cool, but it also seems indifferent and unkind. Many fans feel misunderstood or even humiliated, and have spoken out on social platforms, expressing disappointment or even quitting. What's worse is that the statement quickly triggered discussions across the entire network, and the entry rushed to the hot search, and doubts arose for a while. Some industry insiders pointed out that public figures must be cautious in their words and deeds, especially in the current prevalence of fan economy. Every word may become the focus under the magnifying glass. At present, Yang Mie's commercial endorsements have not been significantly affected, but the cracks in public opinion have already formed. Whether she can win back the hearts of the people through high-quality works and sincere attitude in the future remains unknown. This incident reminds us, traffic is easy to get, but people's hearts are hard to keep. Yang Miemie's words "if you don't like it, don't watch it" in the live broadcast triggered the anger of fans, and her former likable image collapsed. Young and old fans instantly unfollowed and stepped back, showing their former support items, ticket purchase records and voting screenshots on major platforms, questioning, "Are we really hurting you, or are we reminding you?" One fan bluntly said, "We accompanied you through the trough, but you treated us as assassins." After the incident, Yang Mie's studio was slow to make an effective public relations response, which made the incident continue to ferment. Insiders also revealed that Yang Mie's attitude towards fans has changed in recent years. She is no longer the gentle Yang Miemie who greeted her at the airport and signed autographs with a smile. At the same time, some passers-by and the media also joined in the onlookers. It's easy to forget who is supporting her after being a top star for so long. She once won countless fans with works such as Palace and Eternal Love, but now she is labeled as arrogant, blame-shifting and low EQ because of a sentence. Although some fans defended her, saying that she just lost control of her emotions and should not be overinterpreted, it is obvious that this wave of crisis public relations has fallen behind. A female star who was once friendly and down-to-earth has now become a representative figure of cutting fans. The change behind this is regrettable. Is it a failure of personality management, or is it the fate that traffic stars will eventually face? When stars regard fans' well-intentioned suggestions as an offense and use a domineering attitude to confront them, the hearts of the audience and their career prospects are quietly lost. This game of arrogance and respect reveals the pathological ecology of self-centeredness in the entertainment industry. In this era where traffic is king, too many stars are used to being praised, but they forget who put them on the altar. A seemingly chic "if you don't like it, don't watch it" is actually a complete betrayal of the fans' efforts and emotions. When opinions are regarded as attacks and when support is misunderstood as interference, this resistance to external voices is tearing apart the last bond of trust between stars and the audience. And this is not an isolated case. More and more artists choose to block public opinion and live only in filters and applause. When criticism is labeled as malicious and when suggestions are labeled as black fans, they are also losing the soil for self-growth step by step. A truly long-term career does not rely on temporary hot searches and filter stacking, but on listening to different voices in the storm and still knowing how to respect people outside the spotlight. The entertainment industry is not short of talent and beauty, but a kind of inner sobriety and self-reflection. In this test of attitude, who can pass the test? The audience's heart will give the answer. As fans, aren't we all good intention when we make suggestions? Watching her works one by one and all the way, who doesn't hope that she will get better and better? But we never expected that our sincere reminder would be met with a cold water of "don't watch it" and leave. I was stunned on the spot. The enthusiasm of liking her for so many years was extinguished at once. What kind of style do you think this is? Is it high emotional intelligence or self-touching? At that moment, I realized that Yang Miemie might really start to go downhill. She can choose not to listen, but she can't put on the attitude of "I am who I am, whatever you think of me." The entertainment industry relies on the hearts of the audience, not on being cool and swearing. Her money, her career, her commercial value, in the final analysis, the decision-making power is really not in her own hands. From likable to tough, what did she lose in the middle? Perhaps, it is the self who is willing to patiently listen to the voices of fans. You can have personality, but you can't lose empathy. I'm afraid that this is just the beginning, and there will be more and more problems later, and it will be more and more difficult to save. The collapse of personality is not a matter of overnight, but disappointment really only takes one sentence. This road to success does not mean calmness. When Yang Miemie entered the historical drama and tried the role of a modern independent woman, a tug-of-war between transformation and original intention quietly unfolded. The audience was divided into two groups. One group shouted, "Return to your original heart, sweet girl is the king. When you smile, spring comes to the whole world." They missed the stubborn and lovely Luo Qingchuan in Palace, the heart-stirring Bai Jin in Eternal Love, and the girlish aura she had along the way with filters and pink bubbles. The other group rationally advised, "Don't be bound by the audience's preferences. What's wrong with doing more different styles? You want to challenge the drama and play a working woman, we support you." They hope to see a more layered Yang Miemie, a mature actor who dares to break the label and break the comfort zone. But the real problem is not which path to choose, but whether you can walk steadily and sincerely. The audience is not afraid of your transformation, but you are afraid that you are reluctant to transform, act stiffly, say independence but act like reading a script, under the banner of transformation. The result is just a change of style and copying another template. In this entertainment circle, seeking change is instinctive, but seeking truth is fundamental. What Yang Miemie wants to prove is never "I can play this, but I can make you believe it." This game is not only a choice of roles, but also a choice of career direction and people's hearts. In the controversy, she faced a new problem. The current short drama circle is updated too fast, like stepping on a runway that can break at any time. Just popular yesterday, it may be taken away by another AI face today. Not to mention that pairs have already smelled the wind, and have followed the Yang-style sweet girl route, 3 points like, 7 points learning, imitating well, and even copying expression management. Even without real-life training, a few AI face-changing applets can generate a bunch of short drama heroines, with sweet, good and love-brained assembly line aesthetics between their eyebrows. At this time, the sweet and cute face that was once the most praised has become the label that is most easily replaced. Facing the camera, Yang Miemie became more and more aware that talent is only the starting point. The real difficulty is to maintain her unique sense of existence in this aesthetic fatigue and technical homogenization. She began to ask herself repeatedly, what else can I rely on to impress people? What memorable roles can I leave behind? Relying on face is not her endpoint. Style, level, thickness, all need to be reconstructed. She can be cute, but not cheap. She can be sweet, but not templated. Times have changed, and the audience's eyes have changed. Now she needs an ambition to upgrade herself more than ever, otherwise, she may become one of those beautiful names that are gently eliminated by the times.
Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe to our support channel.